Unfortunately, Seattle, Washington, on Capitol Hill, where there's no place to live with no technology engineering degree for Facebook and Microsoft and Google. And a human has to live in a room provided in a house, they say, on a check must read, Caroline W. Apartments. And when a neighbor harasses, a landlord, a counselor go missing and vanish, disappear. And those sheets they say to put in a box where a voice can lower and a volume can reduce to a whisper. The noose and the rope they say they heard in a room, in an apartment, in a studio, in a house with those conditions caused them to have an emotion about their ego and their self. They walk around in a hallway playing God and Allah. They live nice and warm and toasty in their homes. When the police show up, they say, "You're racist." And then some words and language and letters from some philosophy and ideology similar to an echo. And another echo. And they say the mystery can't be solved. The banging on the wall, not there now with the heat on, must be a snake. Must be a racist in the wood. And those limits and those boundaries they talk about with behavior and that stimulation they provide with that reward of out-of-date food. Dumpster diving. 509 says another resident, tenant, sure does get worried when there's a buzzing sound. And those flies they hear, those nightmares they have and can't sleep, are much more beneficial for a community with tribal elders delivering them supplies and recording their voodoo warrior men and their guns and knives on their body armor set to invade y'all's government next, y'all's land next, and y'all's are gonna have to live with a bully, a drug addict, and their 1,000 friends on Facebook and Twitter where they call in their gangster thugs to sell their cartel meth, sipping on some booze and smoking their cigarettes, using their self and their mind to punish and dominate those whimpers they hear and describe in their memoirs of paintings and puppy dog shits they crap on the sidewalk for those babies and those children to smell while they simply turn their heat dial up, open their doors down, and then say suck there PPP. In other words, you either suck their dick or you go freezing cold and shiver while they do some exercise on a pussy they sell on an internet website now.